The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
It's Friday. I'm here. What's up? I'm ready to have some fun. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of things been going on. A lot of interesting, cool things. There was dirt bikes at the White House. There was a UFC fight at the White House. Fireworks at the White House. Somebody's getting a new plane. It ain't me, but it'd be kind of cool if it was. And a whole lot of celebration for the upcoming 250th anniversary of the United States of America. So, hey, I've got just one friend with me right now, but I think there's more coming. I got my buddy, the author, David. What's up, Dave?
G'day, friends and fans. Hey, you like my cool mug?
Hey. Is that a different mug? Because I don't remember the handle being blue.
The last one was red, yeah.
Nice.
I had a blue one, then a red one. Now I got a blue one again. Yay, Team America, hey?
Yeah, dude. There's some pretty cool stuff. Well, apparently we're getting we got a new Air Force One coming. Apparently, it's a Boeing 747-8 from Qatar with zero taxpayer dollars. So
yeah, well, you've had a new Air Force One coming for a while. This was actually gifted a while back. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's been undergoing retrofits and the secret all the secret stuff being put in. Got to have the satellite dish for to listen to Joe Rogan's podcast while on the move. Got to have that two-way radio with the aliens over at Area 51.
Yeah.
Got to have the gold toilet, man. Got to have that gold toilet.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, dude. So, I mean, that's just going to trigger some more liberal meltdowns because,
well, as we've seen, the hissy fit is real, man. I mean, the hypocrisy, abuse of power, really, White House abuse of power. Let's see. How many people did Joe Rogan? How many people? Joe Rogan was talking about this, by the way. How many people went after Joe Rogan? Biden, Obama, Clinton. They tried to get him canceled.
Speaking about Clinton, so the UFC 250 was this weekend, Sunday night. Which, by the way, which is the interesting fact, though, it streamed live on Paramount Plus, but you cannot go back and watch it in its entirety.
No.
They streamlined it and cut it down to just the fighting, so like you really can't go back and enjoy the festivities. So I completely missed it, which stinks because I was really looking forward to seeing it.
It was a premium pay-per-view, so the likelihood of seeing it again is slim.
Well, I mean, but I watched it. I mean, like I've got Paramount Plus, so I mean, like I should be able to go back and see it. It just thinks that it's in its entirety. You can't see it.
No, you can't see it's in entirety. You can only see the highlights. The original show is sealed away for now.
I know, it's so stupid. They should, like, if I'm paying for it, I should be able to go watch it. Just like I can go back and watch any of the WrestleManias, stuff like that. Like, why can't I go back and watch that?
Now, my understanding is premium pay-per-view is not able to be recorded by standard digital recording. So yeah, it was watch it live or not at all.
Yeah, but I mean, everywhere else you can do that. That's just, I think it's a little peculiar. Because what Paramount? No, I'm sorry, it's not Paramount Plus anymore. It was any of the wrestling events. They were on Peacock. Now they're not on Netflix. I think they're on Hulu now.
Yeah, I think you will see something, just not yet. I think they wanted to get their money's worth, which they definitely did. $60 million. It set a record for any sporting event for single live pay-per-view. So, yeah, they want to maximize that. They don't want to... I don't know what the copyright or the recording time is, but I definitely think a lot of pirate copies are going to start surfacing very soon of that.
Yeah, I hope so because I really want to see it. I've heard it's pretty neat. I honestly think
jolliness.
I honestly think though that it's because dude made the comment about Michelle Obama is the reason why they're not doing it in its entirety.
It could be an injunction, yes. It could be injunction by the blamers.
I think that has a lot to do with it because there was so much going on it happened Sunday, so I know that it blew up on Monday, and I just don't see that. I don't understand why the fuss. That's why I think that's why Paramount Plus pulled it, is because they don't want nothing of that coming out.
Look, the left are hypocrites. They say horrible things about Trump.
Of course.
But you point out that Joe Biden was standing at the Obama Library Memorial looking for his granddaughter, confused on stage. Or the lies they told about Barry having a scandal-free presidency. And they had a cackle. Hillary was cackling when they mentioned the Peace Prize. And Michelle says, "Oh, and he got a Peace Prize." Like, no, he did.
I mean, honestly, the thing about that is the Clintons like flipped out and was talking about how disgraceful it was that they did something, had that big show like that, and I just didn't the Clintons like destroy the White House when they left? So like,
yeah, they cleaned the White House out of all its porcelain. And the National Archives went and retrieved $20 million worth of antiques from the Clintons. But again, when they say it's beneath the dignity of the presidency, You're just a bunch of pearl clutching bitches, okay? You just mean girl every single day online, right? Everything is beneath the dignity of the presidency. It's not dignified.
Yeah.
Like, there's no freaking law, man. If you don't like it, you voted against him, but you lost. Okay? You're just crying that you lost. Admit it. You're just crying because you lost.
Yep.
Dignity of the presidency. Flying in $60,000 worth of hot dogs. Your personal chef dying while you're on holiday with him and your daughter. What were you doing on holiday with him, your daughter, and your personal chef off the coast of Mexico? And how did your chef end up in the water and drowning? Well, you just sat there and watched. Where was the Secret Service? So Barry's a gutless wonder. He either pushed his chef overboard and watched him drown, or he's a gutless wonder and didn't do anything to save his chef when he fell in the water. And then there's the chef that was face down. Not one, but two. His second personal chef dies face down in his fountain.
Oh, yeah.
So Barry's a gutless wonder. Okay? Let's people die.
I mean...
No, look, the rumor is the chef was drunk off his face.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I think the chef was... Barry's, his boyfriend, second.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it.
And, the guy just couldn't take it anymore or just wanted out. And he was drunk and probably fell face down. And they just sat there around and watched as the guy died. Didn't do a thing. They didn't even call for emergency services until after he was zero pulse. Then they claimed they found him an hour later. An hour later, they called emergency service and claimed they only found him.
Mm.
And where's the footage? Oh, it disappeared. Oh, the cameras went down for an hour. Really? I heard that before. Something about a certain cell, right?
Yeah.
Where Hilaria, was it Guard Hilaria was on duty that night?
Also, speaking of something that back to the there's a lapis anus, everybody, right here. What's up, dude?
Welcome aboard.
But back at the UFC 250, wasn't there a drone attack supposed to happen?
Yes, they planned a multiple drone attack on DC. They planned 3 attacks: one on the Lincoln Memorial, one on the UFC, and one on the emergency response coming into the Pennsylvania Avenue.
Gotcha. Because me and some people were talking, and it was interesting because they were all talking about how that there was going to be like several waves of drone attacks, and one wave was going to be to scare everybody into moving, and then it was going to be the next one was going to target everybody moving.
Yeah, well, the whole point is when they evacuate, they go right across the street, right into that big open park, and they're supposed to be ambushed there. And when emergency services was coming in Pennsylvania Avenue, because they always come from the FBI direction, they had them. That's what happens when you act predictable. You can be ambushed.
Now, I've heard several things. I've heard that I think Nick from WCBS said it was a group of white guys, but then I've seen circulating that it was some illegals.
It is a mix. They've only shown 5 white guys and 1 Mexican, but the majority of the group have been named once, I think, on Liberal Hive Mind, and there's a whole lot of people of color behind the scenes.
Gotcha.
From the NAACP, BLM, ACLU, Google, Facebook. There are very big names in this chat group that were involved.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And people are now pissed there's no mass arrests.
Interesting.
There should be 1,000 people in prison by now, at least.
It was an FBI operation. Ain't no one going to. It's fake as the day is long. 100%.
You mean SP? Well, it was organized by the
The
SPLC.
FISA court
Yeah.
stuff was up for reconsideration in Congress, and then they magically have an event that's a non-event, completely fake. No, none of the people involved that they have shown us have the means, the knowledge, or the abilities to do any of the things they claimed they were going to do.
Correct. But I'm just saying, the SPLC put together a hate group.
Oh, yeah.
Yet again.
Yeah, there's no doubt what they're doing, but it was,
But the FBI somehow magically got informed an hour later, and yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think all these big names are just right now sitting down, passing across their informant identification, right? Saying, "Oh, we informed the FBI. Don't worry." Yeah.
Well, just like Jan 6, right? And the most violent people were all FBI informants or agents.
What? All the organizers?
Not the organized. I mean, there was an organized rally, right? And they even had permits.
No, I'm talking about the organizers of the violence.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all the organizers of the violence.
Militias
here's my FBI immunity letter. You can see right there, it says big red letters, informant.
Or just,
all the SPLC, anybody should know this by now. The SPLC are FBI informants. They have been since their creation.
Yeah.
It is well documented that they have turned in their own clients for crimes. Crimes they helped organize. Their entire grift is collecting reward money from the FBI. They've collected over 80 million in or something someone said in rewards. They have quite the financial incentive, don't they?
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
Now, I don't know why anybody would continue to support them, but we did find out their biggest donor was George Clooney and Barack Obama.
Wow.
Anybody surprised? He's putting his shock face on.
Oh, yeah. I put it in a box somewhere. I'm just looking
exactly,
at it.
Right?
I'm just trying to remember where things are.
Look, I knew from the start, as soon as I heard a mother turned them in, on Signal Chat, yeah.
So was that UFC event, was that in the Ellipse? Is that where that was being held?
That was held on the White House East Lawn.
That doesn't seem anywhere near big enough for us.
It was kind of cool. They it just the looks of it. At one point, they came out of the Oval Office.
They used the empty area currently vacated where they're going to build the ballroom and they cleared the parking area behind the White House, and they did close off the parts of the street behind the White House again. So they had it looked bigger than it really is because it wasn't actually just the White House lawn.
It said the South Lawn.
Yeah, South Lawn. Sorry.
Okay. I didn't remember. I just didn't remember that the Treasury building is so close. You've got the Eisenhower Executive Office building, which I think was where the vice president is. Yeah, it's interesting that those two buildings look.
You got to remember that parking area can be closed off and turfed over very quickly.
But across the street, across East Street, there's the Ellipse, which is pretty big.
But they put but by the looks of it, they closed off streets, used the building beside them. If you go behind where they're holding it, you can actually see there's extra land, right?
I'm pretty sure it was right here.
It was there. But if you go down. Right? Go down. See the street there?
Yeah.
They closed off that and had all the assembly area in that area below it. And they had the security checkpoints on the side, which enabled them. And what they did is cycle people through.
Well,
so they had a lot more people.
The arena and stuff was right here.
Yeah.
Where they had to fight because they had the the Nitro Circus on this strip right here doing jumps and flips and stuff.
Right.
Oh.
But
earlier
if you see
that
the
day.
pathway, they had people coming up the side street, through the pathway, around the UFC event, and out. It was like, I think people only had like 15 minutes at tops, right? They had thousands of people to cycle through.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. See,
they were cycling through and going down to the bottom park to watch it on the big screen. And that's where you see that stage.
In the beginning of it, Trump and Dana White walked out of the Oval Office across the way here, and then out the front, and then out the front of the White House and into the ring.
Okay.
So it was a really cool like setup. I mean, it looked pretty neat. And then the whole backside that was facing away from the White House was just a big monitor.
Yeah, but they had a duplicate because they were cycling people through. That's how you had so many people to actually gather down south on that lawn. It's the second one down south, on the park there.
The ellipsis?
Yeah.
Huh. I heard they had a bunch of screens set up down here.
Yeah,
and
that's
people
right.
could just be here that couldn't get into the main event.
Yeah, but the people who got into the main event, they had to cycle through and around, right? They couldn't stay at the ringside too long.
Gotcha.
It was only a handful of celebrities who actually got to hang out with Trump. The rest got to walk past and wave, you know?
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Yeah. But like I said, they used a lot of movie tricks to basically go, well, we can only fit 50 people on the lawn, but we have 1,000 attendees. March in line. Still.
Well, when I saw the video of the eagle swooping through it, that crowd looked pretty big. That's why
that was on the ellipse.
Oh.
It was on the south side, yeah.
Oh.
That was the stage they set up in the ellipsis.
Okay. So that's
like
where
I said, they made it look like one park by coming in and paving over everything with lawn.
Gotcha.
It's
I don't think. I mean, I don't know that there's anything that showed the ellipsis or anything. But I mean,
movie tricks where they only show the crowd on a narrow view, and then they expand that view on the broadcast so it looks like it's bigger than it really is. That stage was all set up elsewhere.
I don't know. I don't understand what you're trying to say, David.
You have one stage in front of the White House, right?
Right.
There's no room for a second one. The second one has to be elsewhere.
There wasn't one elsewhere. It was just they just set up screens in the park in the ellipse, and then they let people stand and watch or sit and watch or do whatever. But they didn't have like chairs or anything. They just had a big place that people could gather.
Yeah.
But they didn't show like multiple things. I mean, they had quite a bit of people there, but I'm pretty sure it was all servicemen and women.
Oh, the majority, yeah. The majority of invitees were actually vets, yeah. But they did have a public lottery, and as you can see, they had quite the...
Yeah, that had to be really cool to see.
Well, you don't see it on the ground the same way you see it from photos.
So, and it's really neat. You can see the Washington Monument behind it.
Yeah.
Well, because pictures I can see, they show the ring or whatever they fight in.
Yeah.
But that's not where the eagle flew in, because where that lady was standing was a much bigger
That's what I'm
stage,
saying. They
which didn't
had a
have any
second
walls.
stage set up
Yeah.
on the other side. But they made it look like it was all part of one park by paving over the street.
I didn't see anything about an eagle.
Yeah. Because that's an actual stage. Okay, so that's Okay, so that being in the ellipsis makes sense.
Yeah, and then once once the staged event was over and before the fight, they took the ellipsis stage down to open it up to more people.
Yeah, because I don't.
If you look at some of the broadcasts, there's some in the evening, some in the middle of the day, and then some at night. So they've also shown it out of order. But the UFC fight, yeah.
Take a look at that. I don't know if there's any audio. It's
where? What am I looking at?
Private chat.
I see.
Yeah, see? In the daytime.
I think I just found that. I don't know. Yeah.
See, they had a section that they hid behind a black screen or something, and people were coming and going with all sorts of stage setups and costumes. See?
Oh, yeah, you can see it in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting dizzy watching that, though.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. There's so much about the 250th year. Man, I mean, it's wild. I've even seen tools. There's I don't know if you guys are familiar with Klein Electrical Tools. They've got Klein tools celebrating the 250th anniversary of America with red, white, and blue tool sets.
Yep. We did the same thing in 1976. So.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's kind of cool. I didn't know. I wasn't around for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Americans had
coins and everything.
Well, Americans had it was like you had every 100 years, and then they tried to make it every 50 years.
Gotcha.
There was an attempt to make it every 25 years, but I think it's stuck at 50 for now. Congress.
Yeah.
That's cool. Did y'all hear about Nitro Circus coming to the White House too?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, Nitro Circus is like Travis Pastrana and a bunch of freestyle motorcycle riders.
Oh yeah, that was the performance they did over the back, yeah, which was actually on the street.
Yeah, they got. But what was really cool, what I thought was really neat, was they got a whole bunch of retired riders to come back and do like stunt shows and stuff at the White House. And like cool. All these dudes were like super stoked to do it.
Yeah. Oh man. I think the hard part is at the end where they have all the all the thank yous. Didn't they cut that bit anyway from the broadcast? All this Trump speech at the end. All the thank yous.
They cut out everything.
Oh yeah.
Fights.
Yeah. But there's a photo circulating of him with an old vet on the White House lawn. There was some medals awarded and stuff.
Yeah, they all had white dirt bikes and stuff with like stars and stripes on the number plates and everything. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a yeah.
That was so cool. I would have loved to have been there to see that.
It was like an Evil's outfit.
Brian Deegan showed up in a American flag metal militia shirt. I was like, "That's cool."
Yeah.
Some of these dudes like were like who I like loved to watch as a kid, and they showed up here and was like, "Whoa!" Like, that's awesome. Ricky Carmichael, Brian Deegan, Jeremy McGrath. I mean, like the who's who of like old school motocross. These dudes are just chilling. See, that was the back of the UFC stage. They're right there on the south lawn. That was awesome. I turned the sound off because obviously, the music and everything, but I would have loved to have gone up there to see that. But I was trying to show my kids to hopefully they would get all hyped up about riding dirt bikes and stuff, but they were like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm not going to do that." Oh, whatever. Y'all don't even know what you're missing. I'm tired. It's been a long week.
I had to take a nap after work today, man.
I've got 50 hours this week.
Yeah.
My new book cover.
Oh, nice.
And it's actually they made an alternative cover too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
How well are those selling, man? Was that your new one not out yet?
The new one's not out yet. How well is selling? Only a couple of months now. It's been pretty thin in the last 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Been pretty piss poor, actually. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah. I mean, is it?
But I'm not the only one. 90% of booksellers are in a bad place right now. I'm telling you.
Oh, what's driving that? Just
overcrowding. Every AI books by the hundreds every week.
Yeah. Yeah, I do see a lot of
Particularly
those
this,
ads like, "Hey, use AI to write your PDF," and I'm like, "Yeah, great." And you're going to sell that idea to 10,000 people, and 4 people are going to make money.
Yeah, and those are the 4 people who sold the original. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's where you see in the fine print, results are not typical.
Yes. And it's the same with art, right? You go to Patreon now, and it's like full of AI slop.
Yeah. I imagine.
And that's just the edge. I wouldn't even go anywhere near some of the big art places, but ArtStation, they're trying to push back now against anybody using any AI, even editors. Well, again, it's the same thing. It's, hey, try this AI out, and like you see what happens. Suddenly, Facebook's full of Google AI, right? Hundreds of images of.
Well, it's like, I'm starting to see this on YouTube now too, but on BitChute, unless it's there's a couple of them I know are real people, and the volume's really low. But some of the older ads but everything, and I'm seeing the same ad, right? The same video, some fake doctor for very different products, right? And it's like, you can tell by the voice that it's AI. The mouth is all messed up most of the time. And one AI video. And a couple times, just for out of giggles, I've clicked on them, and they don't go. Some of them don't go to any order. The browser will say, "Whoa, that's a known malicious site."
Phishing site, malicious site,
and let you go. It's just absolute junk.
Yeah, there's no advertising standard on Google anymore. Some of the Google ads, they've got the queen of romance ads. If you do not click those, it's a phishing site.
Yeah.
Buy your romance novels cheap. And I'm thinking, is this a new platform competing with? I just thought, hey, new platform. I'll check it out. Maybe that. But no, it's a phishing site. They steal your book for AI.
Yeah.
Well, they take all your rights, and I mean, it's the same with these AI produced books. You have no rights to them. You're only collecting a fee and trying to recoup your money. Look this way, if a product's worth $27 one-time fee, you're not going to make a lot of money. but it came about because I forget her name. She really was the queen of romance for a while. She had 38 novels, over 10,000 sales each novel, the so-called modern bestseller. She collectively sold over 100,000 books, made millions of dollars, but she didn't make millions of dollars from a book. She got millions of dollars from selling her scripts to, Time Warner and that, for those, dreary daytime soap dramas and stuff like that. Those Hallmark movies.
Oh, gee whiz.
And
now, you
she
talk
got
about
paid.
the formulaic story. Good grief.
Yeah, I know, right? But she got paid, what, a few million by Amazon to write some series or something. And so she's turning around and saying that she made millions of dollars selling books. No, she didn't, She made millions of dollars selling scripts and working for Hollywood, basically, But now that that's all shut down, now that Hallmark just go, copy and paste. Hey, change Todd to Tad, and Chad. Right. They don't even hide the fact that they're recycling scripts.
Change him from a blue flannel shirt to a red flannel shirt.
Yeah. Make him a black cowboy. You heard about that? The remake of Brokeback Mountain?
Why would you remake that? You got to make it with two women this time?
No, they're just going to go broke.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't watch it the first time, so
I didn't either.
That movie only made money because Heath Ledger was in it. And he only made money, and he was only a draw card because of the Joker.
Yeah.
And a lot of people only went to see it because it was his last movie, because he died. Well, it's debatable which one was his last movie. They went and saw both, mostly because he died. People admitted that.
Mm.
Because before that, no one went and saw his movies,
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he was in A Knight's Tale, right?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
And that had the guy that played who's the robot in the Avengers?
Ultron. The guy who played Ultron, yeah.
No, he wasn't the voice of Ultron, but he actually, when it was an android, he actually was walking around with makeup on.
No, the voice was different from the actor. I know that. The voice of Ultron was
James Hayter.
Yeah.
No. Was that it?
It was not James Spader, it's the other one. The one who played the one who did all those did that Redmond Black Book or whatever it was, TV show that ended very disappointing when they never revealed who Raymond Remington really was.
I don't know.
Because they wanted to revive the series at a later date, obviously. So, like,
James Spader was Ultron.
Yeah.
Paul Bettany is the one I'm thinking.
Paul Bettany. Okay.
Paul
Jarvis. The voice of Jarvis.
Yeah.
Jarvis originally. Yeah.
Yeah, but then he became
Vision.
That's it. And he's married to what's her name? Who always looked really good in costumes, and then she had a breast reduction surgery and hasn't looked the same since. Jennifer. She was in Labyrinth. What do you dogs want? I have all three of them up here whining at me again. I just let them out. Well, it's been
Erin something. She had a facelift and a breast lift, and she looks totally different person. And he's got that broken smile
Jennifer
now.
Connelly. That's.
He's got that weird broken smile. Have you actually heard him talk?
Man. Rocketeer.
He's got quite the British accent. Paul Bettany. When he wants to.
Well, he did pretty well as Chaucer in A Knight's Tale. What do you? What?
It's like the guy who played Gregory House in that.
Here, you want to say hello
House
to
MD.
everybody? If I can move the camera.
He last used his British accent in Blackadder, I think. That's how long it's been.
Blackadder?
20 odd years ago.
Oh, the guy from you said the guy from House, right?
Yeah, the guy who played House. He's British. Really
I
lives
know.
in America now.
See, I have doggies at my feet. That's the little one.
Okay.
Shepherd or whatever he is. He went in the pool today. Yeah, and he also did that. He and Stephen Fry had a show. Fry and
I got something to talk about.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna drive me nuts. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, you're right.
Ooh. All right. Hey, so all right, finish your topic. I got a topic.
Okay, all right, let me I've
let him find it.
Yeah.
Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie, yes.
Yeah, Laurie and Fry and Laurie or something like that was the name.
Yeah. Well, Laurie started as a comedian, but he also did some Shakespeare and drama, which you all do if you're a British theatre actor. Even, Ben Elton and all those did Hamlet.
Yeah. Well, he was a writer.
Hugh Laurie, with Stephen Fry. That's but those were the days when Shakespeare was done right. All men, all in period costume.
Yeah. I really like the Blackadder series, all four of them.
They were going to do a fifth series, but the show got banned. I didn't mean cancelled. It got banned from the BBC, and they had to fight for reruns.
A bit of
under their contract. Yeah.
How come? Why?
Because there were no black people.
I guess I don't understand.
They didn't meet the DEI requirements. The same with Benny Hill getting cancelled.
Oh. But they did these in the 80s.
They had political correctness 20 years before America, like.
Oh, okay. So they had a gay guy playing a non-gay character.
That's different. He needed the word.
That should have counted for something. Steven should have counted somehow. All right, Appalachian, take it away.
No,
save us from
forcing him to hide his sexuality, right?
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
All right, so Major League Baseball.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Have y'all seen what's been going on lately with Major League MLB?
I don't like Christians. I stopped watching 35 years ago. I could care less.
All right. So, it's June. It's Pride Month, apparently. Yeah. And all these Major League Baseball teams are forcing their players to wear rainbows.
To be prideful.
And quite a few of them are answering, like, there was some of them, I forget the names. It was 3 guys, all different teams were writing Bible verses on the hat that was the rainbow color, talking about God's promise that the rainbow was a promise from Him. Well, it started some backlash, and they started suspending players that altered their uniform. Rob Schneider came out and said he was going to pay any of the fees that they were given. Well,
the comedian Rob, right?
Do what?
The comedian Rob Schneider, right?
Yeah. He came out and said he was going to pay the legal fees of everybody that was involved. Like he said, don't worry. Yep. Keep staying your ground. Well, then MLB cracked down and started they were kind of forcing. Several teams have had to forfeit games because they refused to wear Pride uniforms. Now, apparently the DOJ is getting involved.
Yeah.
And apparently it violates religious liberties.
You can't force your beliefs on others. Yeah.
They figured out a way to associate that with that, and now they're going after these MLB teams with legal action.
Yeah, civil rights violation. You're forcing someone to do something against their religious conscience.
Yep. So I thought that was interesting. Like, I've been watching it kind of unfold and play out over the last week and a half, I think. Well, about a week. And then so on and so forth. But something I didn't notice until I was listening to WCBS this today was I can never listen live. I always have to listen replays. But I haven't noticed as many rainbow flags on brand.
Yeah, I was watching Disney Pro, and he was explaining it's a corporate backlash to Pride. They don't want to pay the toll anymore. Even Target has reduced their Pride gear down to one display. Disney on their theme parks have 4 displays, and they're all hidden in areas. Why? Because of the public backlash. Because of the events that happened leading up to Pride Month, where they had those Pride parades in the street, where they had people were worried that they were going to have naked degenerates walking down the middle of Disney.
Again?
Yeah.
Again, yes.
With their pink dildos?
Yeah.
They're about a foot and a half long.
But it was not just that. Disney did the numbers, and if you look at the numbers, every June there's a huge drop in attendance to the park. Right? There's a huge backlash because the merchandise isn't selling. And a number of corporations are looking at their balance sheets and going, we just can't afford to fund it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beanie Johnson put out a poll: which holiday is more real? Kwanzaa at 6.8%, Juneteenth 4.8%, or Toyotathon at 88.4%.
Toyotathon started in Australia as a sales drive for Toyota, and it's gone worldwide.
Yeah, I remember that started in the 70s.
Yeah, because Toyota was one of the first Japanese companies to build here, but they weren't selling well, so they created the Toyotathon, to basically sell cars.
Was Toyota the one that had the people jumping? Wasn't that back in the 70s and 80s?
Baga!
Up and frame the commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd throw tools in the back of the Toyota Ute and then say "bugger." They did a very good thing attaching themselves to Australian culture. So, and now they've been doing it in America with the still American built or something. It's a Toyota but American built.
Yeah, Toyota Tacoma, I think.
Yeah, Tacoma.
Yeah. Well, Honda. I think Honda was one of the first ones to do that.
Australia got Toyota first, but you got Honda first, which was weird because
Ohio. Yeah.
Because Honda wasn't the bigger company, but they had the motorcycles, I think.
Yeah.
And that
what helped them on the motorcycles?
In the 70s.
Honda and Suzuki both. Especially in the late 70s and through the 80s.
Suzuki pioneered the four-wheel drive after World War II.
Yeah, but the motorcycle sales was because the Harley was so bad.
Well, Harley coasted on the fact that they had the World War II contract and they had millions of dollars up their sleeve, so they thought, we're fine, we don't have to innovate.
Right. Well, the Harleys just would break down.
Well, they weren't made to last. They were made for the Army contract. Give us a bike that we can basically, throw together for 50 cents.
Yeah. That was the joke. If you have a Harley, you have a pickup.
What do you mean? Well, you have to go down the highway and pick up all the parts that fell off. Yeah.
In the truck and come pick me up. Yeah, and put the truck motorcycle go fix it.
Babylon B came out and said NASCAR celebrates Pride Month with first all Subaru race.
Oh, Yeah, Subaru have lost a lot of their but Honda race. Honda, Subaru should at least win the rally, but they haven't. Imagine losing to Honda on everything.
They used to win the rallies.
Yeah, but their last decade of Impreza have been the lipstick model. Got no power.
Yeah.
But what took a lot of the power out of the Japanese motor was these ridiculous pollution standards.
Yeah.
LA's problems are self-inflicted wounds, but they seem to want to inflict their wounds on the rest of the world.
Yep. That's for sure. I think they infect their people, and they flee not knowing that they're infected in their mind, and so they start building what they fled.
Well, it's the sunk cost fallacy. They don't know any better, and they want a better life, and the only thing drumming around in their head is, all we wanted was a better life.
Yeah.
So they just repeat the same cycles over and over again, like a beaten dog, who keeps whimpering back to its master. No, I'm not. I forget his name. I think it was Anti-Woke Meme or something. Cat Turd.
Oh, yeah.
And all those guys, talking about how Juneteenth, you're just celebrating sleeping on your master's porch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one that makes sense.
Hey, 11 hours ago, articles of impeachment have officially been introduced against Minnesota Governor Tim Walz.
Well, his staff were complicit in a number of things that happened recently, not just the stealing of funds from the by the Leering Center. Because the unions just found out a lot of their pension is now missing as well.
Oh, yeah.
So he ain't going to survive if that's true, right?
Nope.
You can steal from the taxpayer, but steal from the mafia? That's an sin.
Well, no, you steal from the machine.
That's an sin.
That's how you know when a Democrat politician's fallen out of favor. All of a sudden, claims of tax evasion or something will come up, and they don't normally do any time. They just kind of quietly, if they're smart, they just quietly take their.
I think for months now they've been offering him an out over the Leering Center. Resign over the Leering Center or just don't run again. But he wouldn't take the out. He wouldn't take the hint, right?
Yeah.
The only time a Democrat politician's taken out is by their own, when someone with enough ambition says, you know what, he's vulnerable.
Yeah. Well, either it's time for them to go and they're not taking the hints, or they're afraid they're going to turn on them, or
that's
someone younger and more ambitious wants that position and does something to remove them.
Yeah. And we can see this with Joe Biden. I can remember Joe Biden. He's too old to be president. You're older.
Yeah.
So he was sunk by his own petard. They always ruin themselves in the end. I mean, the Clintons are a joke. Did you hear Hillary only had 20, 30 people show up at her book signing or something?
In Canada.
That's funny.
Yeah. Your book's a bestseller. How do you only get a handful of people show up? It's like Kamala. They're not even hiding it. Remember when Kamala's book came out, and the next day say bestseller, or Harry's book was a bestseller, and everybody's saying it isn't even in the stands yet.
Yeah.
At least wait an hour.
Right.
At least wait an hour. Claim it was a bestseller after the fact.
Yeah.
But it's looking more and more like these bestsellers on Amazon too. It's just money laundering, right? They go, well, we can't afford to pay you, but write a book and we might make the money back on it later. But here's a few million, and the rest of the chumps say, oh, look, a writer made $1 million, and suddenly there's 1,000 copies of their book.
Well, that's kind of what happened with L. Ron Hubbard. He had, some of his books, the people in the Church of Scientologists would go in and buy all the copies at a bookstore.
Well, let's be fair. His first book was a bestseller, and then he created Scientology.
Yeah.
But he had a bestseller, and the rest were, yay. He'd tell his followers. Now, one of his followers turned against him, outed him from the church, and took over. And he did that with Tom Cruise's first ex-wife. And she was the one who brought in Tom Cruise and other celebrities.
What's her name?
Allison or something, isn't it?
That's not how I got it. There's a brunette I've got in my head.
But she was a blonde, but she went brunette or something to match Tom.
Mimi Rogers is who I'm thinking of.
Yeah. I could see her. I could see her and that Swami prick Tom standing on stage claiming that he's going to be the fourth coming. And it's like, what? Wait. The fourth coming?
Yeah.
It's like, what it is, we all know it. It's attention seeking. People say the dumbest things for attention, and then they lock themselves in with their ego.
Oh yeah,
she left Scientology. She left and turned against Scientology and divorced Tom. Yeah. It's one of the few. She was one of the first to have an epiphany and go, "Wait a minute, this is all a scam."
Share that. So I'd see if that's who you're thinking of. Yeah, she's
the one who got what's her name out? The actress Shelley Long, was it Shelley or the other one? Both of them were in it. She got a couple of actresses out, and then she disappeared quietly from the scene because of lawsuits about religious freedom. But they're all scammers. They're all liars. They're all thieves. The problem is that they're so entwined with Utah and Nevada and all the way through California. And they play both sides, right? In Utah, when Republicans are popular, they prop up the Republican Party there. But in Nevada and California, they prop up the Democrats. That's why you see a lot of people turn against Romney when they realized that it was all a grift. He didn't stand for anything, that guy. But
I think David, you got to cut out.
Yeah,
don't you?
This is where I've got to cut because I've got to go get ready for a
Hey,
family dinner. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, man. Late, you got anything you want to talk about, or you?
No.
Okay.
See you all later.
Later,
All right.
Dave. So what's new, man? How's chickens?
They're all right. This is where I hate having the daylight savings because they don't go in until it gets dark and it's
I know.
later and later. Oh no, for 4 days, 5 days.
I don't know, something like that.
What
what do you got? What kind of like, do you have lights on the outside of your coop and stuff? Like,
No, we've got a big safety light thing. It's like a street light, but it's pretty bright. That lights up everything pretty well. But but yeah, they there's always a straggler or two, and if I go out too soon, they'll hear me and they'll come running out. Oh, I bet he has treats. I'm like, no, I ain't got nothing. I'm here to close.
Do you have electricity in your coop?
No.
Okay. I was wondering if you put a light inside your coop, like maybe even one of them little touch lights that like battery powered. As it gets darker, the light will draw them in. And then that way you can just walk out there at night once the light goes out and shut the door.
Yeah.
I bought
Go ahead.
I bought an electric battery powered door.
Yeah, you
runs on a couple of AA's, and I've got the timer set that it just goes off. I think now it closes at 9:15. And what I do is right now the interior lights are on and the exterior lights are off. So before I get situated here, I'll go out. I went to Lowe's during Christmas time and got some of their Christmas light remotes.
Oh, okay.
And I've got two of them, one set for the interior lights, one set for exterior lights, and one set for heat warmers, or the heat lamps. And so I just used a drop cord and ran it along the fence, and then brought it over to the chicken coop, and then it's all LED stuff except for the heat lamps. They're regular heat lamp bulbs. But
you don't have a problem getting it too hot in there, or is that just the winter time?
Do what?
The heat lamps. I've just heard a lot of bad things about them. So
yeah, I make sure to keep them up and away, so nobody can like bump them and knock them down or anything. But
really that might, if I put my, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But yeah, normally with the deep bedding and stuff like that, especially in the wintertime, they stay warm enough in there. You don't have to have any additional heat.
Yeah, honestly, they probably are fine. I just, once it gets under like 30, 35, I think I usually cut it on just for the nighttime.
Yeah.
And then I cut it off in the morning.
Yeah.
But
now I would have the opposite. If we were still on standard time, the sun comes up an hour earlier, right? So I get up at 5:30. This time of year, the roosters are already making noise, but they're not really that anxious. But after about 6, they're like, let's go. So, but yeah, today we just had clouds, although we finally had some sunshine this afternoon, but you had some rain the other day too, but after like 2 days of rain, I'm just like, ugh. So today when I was done working, I was like, oh, I got to take a nap. I'm so drained. But I did get I don't know if I have you may have seen my post on Facebook. I did get a leg press hack squat machine.
Yeah, I did see that. That's pretty cool.
So I've been using that, at least as a leg press. I do need to do the hack squat stuff. It's a little bit cumbersome to get into on the hack squat setup, but I got it because of the height. There was another one I was looking at that it's not Mikolo directly. It's kind of like it's like they have a thing with another brand. So
this is the door. This is the door I have, by the way.
So where does that thing get mounted? That thing above it, that keypad, does that just go right above it?
Yeah, it's a battery box, and then what it is, it's a reel. It's it's got a spool inside of it of like cable, and it comes down and connects to this metal door. The metal door's in a frame.
Right.
That like looks like a big 8.
Yeah.
And
then the company we bought our coop from, they make these doors too. So.
Oh, okay.
Can you pull it up by hand if the battery dies?
Yeah. You could grab that cable right there and pull up on it.
Okay.
But yeah. One time I got home from work and the chickens were still in, and my wife was like, "You know what? I didn't even notice." She's like, "I think I noticed they weren't out, but it didn't dawn on me." The battery had died and the door wouldn't open. They spent all day inside.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Nope.
No water, no food. That doesn't take long, and you'll have a bunch of dead chickens too.
Yeah. Well, they were okay. It wasn't like a super hot day.
Yeah, because we have. I don't know if I think I have a picture. Here, I'll send it to you. But we bought this. Well, it was last summer. I bought them. We got this external thing. It's only about a third of it what you're seeing in that picture, because it's in 5 sections, and 2 of them have tarps over them, and 3 of them are open. Although I want to get a third tarp because it's just not enough shade in the summertime.
Yeah.
In the wintertime it's fine, but in the summertime, the way that we're angled and we face the southeast and all that. But a lot of people just buy that thing and put their coop inside it. So that's their run. And I made a tunnel between it and the chicken coop because we had that side door. Because when we put that coop from Carolina Coops together for several weeks, I just had that side door open in the daytime, and the chickens go in and out, and they can lay eggs. And then one of them disappeared one day, and I went, okay, that was the 7th one of that year, 2024, and I was like, okay, I don't know what's taken them. I've only found one one dead body, barely see any feathers. So I guess it was a hawk, or someone said it might have been there's an owl. Is it the great horned owl? There's some owl that is around here that's more than capable of taking them. And so now they have a tunnel to go between those 2 things. And I've been meaning to put a swing and some other roosts and stuff, but what you see there is I get because they ate all the grass, so I get a bale of hay once a month.
Yeah.
And although we didn't do it for June because it seemed like they had enough, but man, I will close them up. I go in there because that white one is a rooster that you see in that picture. He can be mean if you're not careful. So then I put the bale of hay, cut the twine off of it. I put some of it in the regular run just to try. I'm just trying to keep the mud down, right? Since it's open. And man, they will spend days just going through that hay or straw or whatever.
Do you know why roosters are so like mean, like ornery?
No, I don't know.
Seriously, it's a real thing.
Yeah. I mean,
all right. So
we're supposed to protect the flock, but
Yeah, but roosters do get like. There's a point where they are like supposed to protect the flock, and then they become overly aggressive.
Right.
I found out that the reason why is because their testicles become too large, and it's constant pain.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, and their testicles are kept almost along their backbone.
Oh.
They're inside their body. They're up towards the top. Just like above their tail, maybe like 2 inches above their tail. They're in their body right up there. And
so apparently, is it because of domestication, or
I don't know, but they've just over the like I don't know I don't remember where I heard it from, but it was
Huh.
yeah, and that made sense when I butchered my old rooster. Uh, his were like the size of my thumb.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they were big, but they said they're usually supposed to be about the size of a grape.
So is that common, or is that just?
Yeah, yeah. It's why a lot of them get extremely more aggressive. Is like when they're getting as they're getting of age, their testicles become too enlarged.
Yeah, because ours is only a couple of years old. He I don't know. He'll kind of run at me a little bit when he's in the run and I'm around opening up the windows and that kind of stuff. But well, especially the first one we accidentally had, that's why I carry a shovel at all times, because he would chase you. And that's the one I hit, and I thought I killed him, and he was still alive.
Mm.
And a day or two later, that's when he and Mr. 16 Gauge had an argument, and he didn't win. But even
Nice.
then, they were off in the woods, and he came running out at me. I was up on the porch, and he was standing there looking at me, and I just.
do you do y'all free range?
We don't anymore. Because that's the thing too, is I mean, we lost 7 chickens in a year, and I never once saw or heard anything. And, we put streamers and different things out because we thought it was a hawk attack. And, there was only the one body that we found because we went walking the dogs, and we came back and I was like, why are the chickens acting really weird? And that's when we found the one dead one. And then in 2024, I mean, it was literally, we came home from, like, we were in at Walmart or something, and all the chickens were running around, and 20 minutes later, I heard, no, you know how they'll talk and yak. And I went out there and went around the yard and started counting them and realized who was missing. And so my guess is that if it was not an airborne thing, if it was a ground, like, because we do have bobcats and other things like that, it's not an animal that likes to dig, right? Because since I've left them, and that's part also why we had that bigger enclosure for them to run around in, is there's no evidence of digging anywhere.
Mm.
So, and we do have red-tailed hawks and stuff. But like one of them, I found a few feathers. Now, granted, I assume this is where she was taken, and it was like right at the end of the deck. I mean, near the house. So I don't know. But yeah, I would love to have them still free range, because the eggs, it's a lot cheaper on feed, especially year, because they can they keep the weeds down, in different areas. They're rustling up the undergrowth. You won't find a live snake in the yard. You might find parts of a dead one. Frogs I used to find. Now, granted, frogs, frogs, and, well, I guess more like toads that we'd have around here. I would find them in the yard, missing eyeballs and half a leg, and because they would hop up. I don't know why they were up here, but now the all the poop on the front steps my wife didn't like, because they would, they would get up under the deck and they would stay out, and they would do things up under the deck. I used to even throw the diatomaceous earth underneath there, so they have their dirt baths and stuff to help with the mites, and that all of that was a lot less than it is now. Now it's a big struggle, especially after it rains and everything's muddy. But mosquitoes were a little, they got some of them. They didn't get all of them, right? But now the new dog we have, I don't know. The other day he was chasing them. They were in their pen. He normally just ignores them. He was wound up. But our dogs grew up with them, right? So once we got Toby to stop chasing them, we had no problems. And fact, we had a Rhode Island Red that used to like to follow him around the yard. Every time he was out, she would just follow him around the yard. But they would lay out in the yard, and chickens would come up next to him. Used to feed them all corn. They don't like it anymore. The corn we got now, they don't like it. So, and it's just an occasional treat, right? You don't want to feed your chickens too much corn, but
yeah.
So, and we're probably I want to start kind of making our own feed, getting all the parts, because even the stuff we get, which is pretty good, it's still got a little bit of soy crap in it. It's got not much corn, but a little bit. I don't need it. I don't have meat birds. Well, the Orpingtons they're dual purpose, but we're not raising them to be meat birds. So I don't have any reason to fatten them up.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too big. But yeah, I miss them running around the yard and stuff, but I don't know if this rooster would chase us. He doesn't like my wife. He really gets bent out of shape, but if I'm out there with her, he'll like start and I just stomp my foot and he stops. He's like, "Oh, wait a minute. It's that guy." So, before he got his talons, and it was before I finished building that other thing, he was sitting on top of of one of the old coops, and I was trying to get him inside, and he kept pecking at me, and I went to pick him up, and he pecked at me really hard, and I punched him. And ever since then, I can't get within 6 feet of him. I can chase him away. But
dang.
But yeah, we lost 2 Orpingtons. And I forget what the last one was, because we just have one of the newer chickens in 2024. The Rhode Island Red. I had 2 sisters. I think they were black sex link. I think I used to call them Diamond and Silk because one was almost all black feathers with a little bit of the red, orangey, and the other one was more orange, and she looked more like, I forget which one's Diamond and which one's Silk, but. And those 2, the Rhode Island Red, used to hop up, because we have a gate at the top of our steps, but they would hop up over it, and you'd find them on the deck running around trying to remember how to get out of there. But for the most part, I would just open the gate and say, "Come on, ladies, let's go," and they would just bark, 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 My wife's got a picture of some of them up on the deck. But when we had, Whitey's the red rooster, he came in 2024, but he was only protecting his chickens. And the ones that we had, there were some of them that were stragglers with his chickens. There was a couple of the Americana, and they're the ones still here. So 2 of the Orpingtons would follow him around, and 2 of the Americanas. Because we lost another one 2 summers ago when it got warm, but especially the sisters and the Rhode Island Red and a couple others, he would squawk and they would squawk back. He'd be on one side of the yard going, "Get over here," and they're going, "I'm not doing that." And all of those are the ones that got taken.
Oh, dang.
So I don't know what happened there, what was going on. But now you have a big pen though, right? That you have.
Yeah. But it's an open top.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't have.
But you got trees and other things, so it's probably harder for something to come from, other than something that can climb.
Right? Yeah, I've had raccoons. I've got a feeder that I can put out, like if it's going to be multiple days.
Right.
But I've got to have somebody to come up and cut lights on and off. So like when we go out of town, if my grandpa does it, he just usually fills up the feeder maybe once every 2 or 3 days, and he'll work the light switch.
Yeah.
So
the raccoons getting into the feeder, is that what they were?
Yeah, the raccoons will get in the feeder, and that brings them into the coop at night. So as long as the chickens make it in the coop, then none of them die. But
yeah. Well, did they, I don't know, do they go after full grown? I know they go after chicks, but do they actually go after full grown?
They went after some ducks. They killed some ducks. So, but I came home. All my new ducks were gone, and it is what it is. I'm not mad. I went out of town. I tried to train them ducks to go in, but they were too stupid.
Right.
So,
and you gave your ducks to your neighbor, right?
I gave the last duck to my neighbor. Yeah, I had two. One of them just up and died, no reason, no nothing, just laying in the coop one morning dead.
Yeah.
So I bought 4 more, and then they all died. They all got eaten.
Yeah. Yeah. We one of our newer ones. They lay kind of this dark brown egg, but we had a warm spell, with winter, and then it got cold. This is, I guess, back in it's like February or early March. I don't remember. And I went out one morning to let them all out, and she was in the coop dead on the. I was like, "What in the world?"
That sucks.
Yeah, because that were because we had 12 last year that we had, and then 4 of them didn't make it out of chick stage. We had the poopy butt syndrome, and 3 of them had it really bad. And one of them we thought we got to her in time, and she was pretty bad, and getting her all cleaned up. She was wet, and we got her up underneath the brooder. We had a brooder plate, and but she just didn't make it. But 3 of them were the ones that lay the white eggs. So we still have the speckledy one. I don't know if she's in that picture I sent you, but she's black with white specks.
Nice.
Yeah, she's not in there. We got the Marins. So one of the Marins didn't make it, and those 3. And then the other 4, we can't agree if they're olive eggers or spring eggers, but they lay kind of greenish olive green eggs. So I think they're olive eggers, and I think there's the darker ones are the spring eggers, but I'm not sure.
Nice.
But they all get along. We have 2 Americanas. So 2 summers ago, when it got warm, our first warm spell, one of our Americanas from our original group, she was in the coop. She wasn't acting weird, but because I had seen her in there, but I thought it's because she was I've got 5 places for them to lay eggs, and they argue over 2 of them, and the other 3 they rarely touch, right? Which is what I understand. That's what happens, right? Some people start like storing stuff in the spots that they don't lay anything. And then I went into the run. So this was before I had built the extended run and all that. I think I had the extended run. And yeah, because that was 2 summers. And anyway, I don't know, but yeah, she was dead in there in the run space of the big coop. And I was just like, wow, that's crazy. I don't know if she got egg bound. She wasn't acting like she got egg bound. And when I look at it, people say chickens will display this for a couple of days. It's not, and she had laid an egg the day before. So I don't know, but that happens. They can get too hot, different things, but
Yep. All right, man. Well, I think I'm gonna hit the head. I'm tired. Hit the bed.
Dogs are looking at me again like, hey, we gotta go out again.
Yep. All right, well, I'm gonna set up for coffee and gaming, and I will talk to you a little later, man.
All right.
Check out all the links, everybody down below. This has been Farm Talk with me and Leap. There's 4 people watching over on Rumble, so we'll be live at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Tennessee Homestead.
Do what?
Tennessee Homestead.
Yeah. Well, kind of, I guess. I'm in Virginia. You are, but whatever.
Appalachian Homestead, then.
Yeah, that's better. There you go. You've been watching Appalachian Homestead right here on the men's room. Y'all have a good night. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Oh, goodbye.
No, man, I hit the button on this stupid thing. That's stupid. I'm going to have to refresh. Hold that thought.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the end of the show. The part of the show where Larry comes out and sings a goodbye song.
That's funny. Goodbye song. That's great. All right, is this going to work?
Oh, wait.
Now?
It's my hairbrush.
Oh, where is my
Too
brush?
much. I don't want to get you zapped.
Bye-bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. Fuck you, New World Order. Fuck you, Bill Gates.
I love you.
You gotta do better than that.
I love you.